Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. This video today is going to be similar to the one about letting things flow and not making things happen. And how sometimes, this one's kind of going to be in relation to people and animals, as you'll see as the story continues. I was talking about, I'm not sure when I'm going to publish this, so I'm just going to say I was talking about in a video within the last few days about how I'm just really learning my lesson. I've known this, but just about letting things flow and not so much making them happen. Well, got a little situation here at the house. I think when I was showing you guys the place the other day, probably in the first video, I showed you the dog staying here. Well, this dog apparently, she doesn't bark a lot, but she'll bark at me. She has she's got some issues in her past, I'm thinking. I haven't spoken to anybody, nobody's told me that, but I'm usually pretty intuitive about this. So I thought that was something, a little teachable moment, something that happened a little while ago, and I think it's still gonna take some work, but that might shed a little light on when you're trying to do anything relating to humans or animals. Whether it's talking to people about veganism or just meeting people. Now I can relate to this dog probably because I'm real skittish when meeting new people. Not necessarily skittish, but I'm very it takes a while to kind of get into my world, and it's also about how you approach. So anyhow, let me just give a little background on this. The dog I got here, and the dog's, I don't know if it was the previous owner's dog because it stays here all the time, even when the guard's not here. But anyway, the guard's been feeding it. When we first came in the other night, she barked at new people, but wasn't, terrible. She was just kind of a little bit barking, getting used to people. The next day, she wouldn't come to me or my friend because he hasn't spent much time around here, but she'll come to the guard, she'll come to the Costa Rican that's been taking care of this place, with all the repairs and bills and any of that stuff. And when she saw me with him the other day, what was that, 2 days ago, she came over and she was real timid. And I can tell by the way she walks with her tail between her legs, and she's real, submissive coming in. But she came over, and I was I wasn't loud with her, I just talked to her, tried to talk to her in a soothing tone. I gave her some pets, Now, for the rest of the afternoon that my friend was here with me, the Costa Rican friend, she was real cool. Anytime I walked outside and I went over and I didn't make a big deal, but I just went over and approached her slowly, cautiously, gave her a little pet. And it seemed like we were all good. Everything was good. I'm like, okay, now me and the dog have bonded. Well, it turns out she needed a little bit more work because when my friend left the other day, even for probably, I don't know, an hour or so, I could walk outside where she was and as I'm stretching or whatever, I would go give her a little rub, talk to her, say hello, how are you doing? And everything was good. And then all of a sudden, I didn't do anything different. I walked out one time and then she was barking again and she acted like I was a total stranger. No big deal. So what I did is just something I do all the time with children and animals anyway, that people just don't get. You can't force yourself on people. Whether it's animals, whether it's children, a lot of times, and I don't know if that's the factor, it's a size, you're big and you're coming in on these little people doing all your bullshit baby talk and all these gestures and whatever. And that can be very intimidating to little ones. That can be very intimidating to animals. And animals and little ones both like to do things in their own time. So that's just always been my approach. So when I say teachable moment, this didn't necessarily teach me something this morning. It's something that I know, something that I apply, but it's always good to have reinforcements when, when something pays off or when it's at least looks like, okay, the methods are making progress. So for the last 2 days, I'm just giving her a little bit of space. There was some treats around here, so I just kind of every once in a while yesterday, gave her a treat until the treats ran out, and still nothing. So I didn't have anything this morning. So I said, okay, well, at least I'll just keep talking to her. So I go outside, I'm talking to her. I sit down in one of the rocking chairs out front, and she's still skittish. She comes a little way with that tail tucked between her leg, but she still wouldn't come to me. So I said, okay, no worries. Whenever she does, it's all good. So a little while ago, I was eating some tangerines for lunch, and I decided to go out and just sit. There's so many nice areas. I just went out to the front of the house where I never hang out. That's not the view side. And I sat in the grass and I ate a tangerine, and something about me sitting in the grass up there. I was just sitting cross-legged, eating a tangerine, not even paying any attention to her, and she just comes slinking up. Now, not all, some dogs will eat fruit. I offered her a little piece. She wasn't really interested, smelled my hands, but she started interacting. She let me pet her. She sat beside me. I didn't approach her at all. I didn't call her to come over there or anything. I just sat there. And she's slowly coming to accept my energy. So she came and sat beside me for a little while, and I petted her and talked to her. And then I didn't wait too long. I kind of want to make it sound, like I'm not pushing her. I'm not all that interested in her, that I'm here when you want me. When you want to chill out and when you need something, you let me know. So I got up and I came back in, but I just realized that lesson can apply to so many, and I can relate because being the loner that I am, sometimes I can get into situations where people want to try to get me to know me too quickly, or they're kind of up too much in my face. And you kind of need to approach, I'm kind of one of those you kind of need to approach like an animal or a kid or something. You need to kind of give me a little time, let me sniff you, let me get what you're about, let me see your demeanor. I know it sounds crazy for an adult like me, but anyhow, you might think about that the next time, whether it's relationships, food, or sharing veganism with other people or whatever. You can't beat people over the head. You can't make people accept you. The sooner you'll learn that, the quicker. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to accept you. And even the ones that might eventually come to accept you, you're going to hurt your cause if you just push. I see this all the time. It's kind of funny. I'm joking about it. I see it with kids, like little tiny kids. And women, ladies, sorry, but y'all can be bad about this. Any baby you see, you're just all over them, blah, 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 and up on them. And hear me, when I find a new kid, I just kind of chill. I don't pay much attention to the new kid. A lot of the times, and this will anger females because they always love to pick up babies or small children. A lot of the times, those kids, me not even trying to get their attention, they get curious and they'll come check me out, and as opposed to the people that are just trying to put so much effort. But anyhow, just a little teachable moment this morning, and I thought I would share that with you. It's great. Every day is great here on the mountain. I don't even have to really, my clothing, I just put on I just put on whatever's around. Should I step back and show you what today, whatever's sitting around? It's not really chilly right now, but this was the closest shirt, and it's a lightweight shirt. It's $3. It's very liberating when you don't care what you look like anymore as far as dressing. Right now I'm wearing, let's see, let me tilt the camera a little bit. We can do this. I got a little extender here. Right now I'm currently wearing a long sleeve shirt and a sarong. I love it. Like I say, when I start having guests, I'll have to be a little bit more proper, but for right now, it's just all about comfort. See you guys. Peace.